Kit Kats can read. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a review on Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. This is the second book that is in the Infernal Devices trilogy, and my goodness guys, I love this book. So I just want to say as a very quick disclaimer that this is a book that I purchased myself, so it's going to contain my true opinions only. The first half of this video is going to contain the non-spoilers, and the second half will contain the spoilers, just because this is a sequel and I have a lot of things that I would like to say about this book during that section, but I'll let you know during the video when the spoilers will begin. So I absolutely love Cassandra Clare as an author. Her writing style has always appealed to me. I find it very sort of like simplistic as well as sort of descriptive, as well as lyrical. I've always found with her books that I fly through them really quickly. I'm currently reading the books in publication order so that they sort of like make sense, and yeah, this is the first time reading the Infernal Devices trilogy, and let me tell you, it's definitely one that I'm going to be reading again. So in this continuation we have the characters from the main book, and basically we, in this book, still have the continued plotline that's going on with this evil character, and basically they're trying to find this evil character, and that's all I can probably say for like the non-spoilery section, because I don't really want to spoil like what else happens during this book as part of the synopsis, just because it is part of a series, but I will give you the synopsis of the first book. So we have Tessa Gray, who is this, well, what she's considered as a downworlder, because she can shapeshift, so they don't really know who or what she is, whether she is a warlock, whether she, you know, is part shadow hunter, like we really don't know what she is, and she is sort of like wanted and captured for that reason. She is tortured because of it, and then the shadow hunters Will and Jem, as well as the Shadow Hunter Institute of London, they end up finding her and protecting her. Tessa is also trying to find her brother Nathaniel as well, and there's an evil character in that who, like I say, is after her just because of her abilities. So thus she enters the Shadow Hunter world. She uses her abilities obviously for the good, and yeah, it's all about like finding herself and everything. And in this continuation she is finding more about herself. She still really doesn't know who she is. She wants to know more about herself, and she would like to know more. And there's also the haunting and magical William Herondale, who is a dark and broody shadow hunter, but she has a very sort of big attraction towards him. But there's also the lovely and fair Jem Carstairs, who is a really lovely person. He is so friendly, so good to protect her, and in this book I love Jem even more. I completely fell in love with both Will and Jem. I've never ever had that happen in a book before, where there is a sort of love triangle and you don't know who you're rooting for, which team you should be on, whether it's Team Will or Team Jem. I love both of these characters so much. They both have their really brilliant abilities about them, and the personalities are so different. And yeah, I just didn't know who I preferred, and it was so tough, and I was just rooting for both of them throughout this entire book. I love all the characters that are in this book. I love Charlotte and Henry. They are like the sort of ones that run the London Institute, and I love those two characters. I think those two are brilliant as well. The only person that I didn't really like from this book this time around was Jessamine. She does something, that's all I can say, and it's just like Magnus Bane, as always, love his character. He's so quirky, he's so cool. Just love seeing him during the pastimes. He's just such an awesome warlock, and he's so funny. There is a scene that I will talk about in the spoilery section where it's so funny, and I was laughing out loud throughout this book as well. It's not just like a serious paranormal fantasy novel. It's got is very funny and hilarious quirky moments too, and I love the character Tessa as the main girl character. I love her so much. Like, I totally support her. I love her. I'd have her as a friend. She's so awesome. I would say the character that I really thought shone throughout this book was the servant. Her name is Sophie, and she's so funny. She's so supportive. She is brave, but she's also kick-ass too. She really, really shone in this book, so she is a character to watch out for. There is nothing that I disliked about this book. I loved every moment, and it was just a very, very enjoying adventure. Like I really, really enjoyed my time reading this book, and I'm so looking forward to reading the third and final book. Well, I'm kind of torn. I'm looking forward to reading it, but I'm also, I know it's going to break my heart because I've heard really sort of like heartbreaking things about it, but I've not been spoiled, so that's really good. And please don't spoil me on that, but like I can't wait to read it. But I've been told to prepare for the feels, so after this I'm going to be going on to City of Lost Souls from the Mortal Instrument series, and then I'll be going back to this trilogy to finish this one off. But I'm loving all the books in the Mortal Instrument world. I'm one of those big fans of Cassandra Clare where I will read any book that she publishes in the Shadowhunter world. Hands down, just love the Shadowhunter world. And I know she's written like loads of series in it. Some people are like, oh seriously, another book written by Cassandra Clare in the Shadowhunter world, can't you start with something new? Guys, seriously, like, yeah, there's spin-offs, but they're bloody brilliant. Like, high praise. High praise. So yeah, I just love this book so much. And the ending of this book, guys, for those of you that haven't read it, please read this book. But for those of you who you'll know about the ending of this book. I was literally, oh my god, I could feel myself choking up. I was feeling all sorts. I felt like I was being thrown about, and it was mental, but it was so worth it. So I'm going to end the non-spoilery section now. Just for those of you that haven't read it, I implore that you do read it. Obviously, I gave this book 5 out of 5 Kit Kats. To be honest, it deserves an ultimate Katie star, so I'm going to give that. Totally deserves that, which means, if you guys don't know, it's a 6-star rating, which means it's an all-time favourite, and definitely a book that is very close to my heart that I read again. I loved it that much, and it deserves it so much. So yeah, so now I'm going to move on to the spoilery section. For those of you that haven't read the book, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. Pick it up, give it a go. For those of you who had, please continue. So there's so much that I would like to talk about. So first of all, let's talk about William Harrendale. And the general story behind William in this book is that he has fallen in love with Tessa, and he's made that very, very well known and made us aware at the very beginning of the book when he sees the warlock Magnus Bane, and he asks if there is some sort of like love potion that can prevent somebody falling in love with somebody. He mentions that there is this curse that he's had where he does reveal to Magnus that he would like to look for this demon, because this demon put upon a curse on him that anybody that he loves and gets close to him will end up dying. And his sister died literally the next day that the demon said this curse, and then in the end we find this curse never actually existed. It was just a complete false lie, and he believed it for about 5 years, and he was so excited because he was like, oh my goodness, I can finally be with Tessa, I love her so much, I'd do anything for her. Then he goes to see her, and he's just that smidgen too late, because just in that chapter before, Jem proposes. And let's talk about Jem as well, because Jem, like I say, he's one of my favourite characters from the book story, and he says so many beautiful quotes from this book about Tessa, and he gives us so many hints of like how he feels about her, and just how he like protects her, and how he's like looking at her. And Sophie, the character who's the maid, she sees him doing this and sees how he looks at her, and just Jem is really, really protective of Tessa, whereas Will is protective too, but he's really like feisty. Gem's sort of like the nice one. Will's the one that will go in their head first sort of thing. Gem is the one that'd be like, no, let's think about this first sort of thing. And I loved both Will and Gem. So to be honest, if either one of them proposed to Tessa, I would be rooting for them. The fact that Gem proposed first, I was rooting for him. I was just like, oh my goodness, Gem, he's so sweet. He is just so protective. He's such a perfect character. Oh, and it's so beautiful that he's not the character that you would think would end up with somebody, and I'm so happy that Tessa said yes. And the scene between Will and Tessa when she is telling him like, I'm really sorry, but Gem has proposed to me and I've said yes, I can't let him down, and that sort of thing. And poor Tessa, she's just torn between these two guys. Like, one of them, she just has this sort of like really sort of like exploding kisses and fireworks and everything, and Gem is just sort of like the sweet kisses, the sweet romance, and Tess doesn't know what to do. Like, and in that chapter she's like, I could go to Gem and I could tell him it was a mistake and everything, but then she's like, but I can't do that because I really do like Gem. And she's so torn, and I feel so sorry for her. And Will, totally respectful. He's like, couldn't ask for a better couple. And I was so distraught. Like, if either one of them had been rejected like that, I think I would have still been sad. I would have been really sad if Gem got rejected, and yeah, I was sad when Will got rejected. It's just like, oh my goodness, like, just that ending, oh my god. And then speaking of the ending, obviously at the end of the book we discover Will's sister is at the door and she's like, I'm here for some training, and it's just like, wow. And you know, since then we've learnt that the curse never existed, so this is going to be really cool, like really cool. So yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen in the next book. I would like to have some sort of prediction that, I don't know, I really don't know. I'd like to have a prediction that both Will and Gem will find someone. I've just been told that it's going to be really heartbreaking, and I'm just like, does somebody die, or do a lot of people die, or like, I don't know. But I just want everyone to be happy. So if it's going to be the last book in the trilogy, I would hope that everyone's going to be happy and that everybody has a partner, and that I just want everyone to be happy. I don't know. Obviously, Mortmain, the evil character that is after Tessa, he needs to be found. And yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to be introduced to some new characters too. That'd be really good. I'll be really excited for that. But like I say, I really enjoyed Sean and Henry. I'm really excited for them. They announced that they are going to have a baby. I thought that was really cute and sweet, and especially throughout the book where we're just like, oh, Henry's not really that interested in her. And it's just like, just how he protects her during that attack with the automaton. And yeah, like, it's really sweet. And just how she's like, we're having a baby. I'm just like, yes, Charlotte, yes. I'm so happy for her. And yeah, it's just, yeah. And this book was a very interesting one. And just when they were like travelling to York and just to that institute up there, and how they're trying to find more about Mortmain and trying to find him, and just the thing with Nathaniel, that the Nathaniel just sort of treats them like badly, and just how when he dies he's sort of like really nice to Tessa, and I'm just like, nah mate, you deserve to die. Don't you dare like try and be nice to Tessa right now. Like, you've betrayed. I mean, yeah, okay, family's family, and in that situation I'd be like, oh Nathaniel, why are you gonna do this? But tough. It's really tough. I feel sorry for Tessa. She's literally got no one in her family now, apart from like the Shadowhunter family. Like, I feel so sorry for that girl. Like, she's got nobody. She still doesn't know who she is, really. Further, she still doesn't know like what she is. There's rumours of like who her parents are, that one's a warlock and one is a Shadowhunter. So I would like to, yeah, I'm hoping Clockwork Princess, I'm going to find out more about her and her parents. Like, otherwise that just leaves too many like questions that need answering. And yeah, the whole thing with Jessamine as well, like I really didn't like her, and the fact that she just betrayed them all, and she's a brat. She's like a young brat, and she irritated me. So yeah, so I really liked the masquerade scene, the balcony scene with Will and Tessa, probably one of my favourite scenes of the book. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, I just liked how the book started off with Will just saying that he needs to stop having feelings for Tessa, and I'm just like, why? Yeah, it's been a real adventure throughout this book, and I loved it so much. Like, it's been such a joyous adventure, and there wasn't a single part where I didn't like. I was just fully engrossed. There's a lot of things that happen in this book, you know, betrayal and discovery and romance and tension and angst and destroyed hearts and disappointments and family surprises and so much. That scene with Magnus Bane when he kissed Will on the mouth and Will's like, did you just kiss me? And he's like, no, you're completely hallucinating it. I was just that was so funny. Just, oh my goodness, I've felt all sorts of emotions throughout this book, like all sorts, like anger, upset, like heartbroken. I was laughing my head off at certain scenes and certain bits of dialogue, and I was totally like, oh, this is so sweet, at like other things that were like Jem or Will were saying, and with other scenes I was just like, oh my god, they're kissing, like, yeah, just all sorts of emotions. It was a real emotional roller coaster, and I look forward to reading the next book that's in the Mortal Instruments world. And yeah, I'm really enjoying my experience. Cassandra Clare is a legend in my eyes. I would love to meet her in person. I still haven't yet, but I would hope to one day. She is one of my auto-buy authors. She is one of my favourite authors, and I would buy anything that she writes. And if she sees this, I love you, Cassandra Clare. You're awesome. You're fantastic. I admire you. Keep writing. Keep writing books in the Shadowhunter world. Maybe write some new books. I will buy anything you write, no matter what. Like, I love it so much. So that's it for the end of my entire review of Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. Loved it so much. Totally recommend it. Again, Ultimate Katie star, which means a 6-star rating. It's just, I have nothing else I've got to say about this book apart from it's so good. I loved it so much. So that's it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. If you have, please let me know and give me a thumbs up. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought about this book when you read it, and if there's anything else you need to know about this book. All of my social media links, as always, will be linked down below in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. But that's it from me, guys. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I will see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!